Hi, welcome to the Ziggy Zone. Today we're actually going to go over the Protect Your Pockets list again. We left off some critical items and felt like it was important to bring you the full list, including the additional items that we left off in the initial video. This is for all professional athletes. This may even be helpful to the regular Joe Schmo. We're going to step right into it. Here we go. Protect your pockets, the list. 1. You may not rape or sexually assault a woman and or man. Rape is frowned upon and it is illegal and you should not do it. No means no. Stop means stop. Whatever you perceive to be happening, if that person indicates to you that they no longer want to continue with the sexual act, it would behoove you to stop right then and there. Another item that is frowned upon is domestic violence. Please keep your hands to yourself. Do not hit, slap, kick, choke, shake, punch, anything of that nature, your partner and or person you are with at the moment. If you feel like you're being provoked, then you need to remove yourself from the situation. I can guarantee you domestic violence charges will not look good. Not only in your career as a professional athlete, but also after that. Trust me. You also, number 3, may not whoop your children. I understand that kids need discipline. However, you are a trained athlete who is a bit stronger than a child. So perhaps you want the child's mother to be responsible for corporal punishment. Just saying. I understand whoopings work. It's not me telling you this. It is the world. Let someone else do the spanking. Fighting is prohibited. You may not fight your teammates, any Joe Schmo on the street. Just don't fight, right? You get into a fight, especially if it's a random person at a club somewhere you probably shouldn't be, you're going to get sued. So, to avoid that, don't fight people. Go take a boxing class and get out your frustration that way. Drink it. As long as you're above the drinking age of 21, you have the right to a spirited beverage. However, it would be nice, or it would be in your best interest if you either all drinking should be done in moderation, number 1. But if you perhaps did that in private, you really don't want to be out there in the club throwing back beers or whatever you're drinking, and you sort of your judgment becomes impaired. So to avoid that, if you drink in the house, maybe not even hard liquor, just a glass of wine. But to avoid any sort of lapses in judgment, if you're out and about, in a club, have one drink and babysit it. If you're at home, chill out and have wine. No need to drink yourself drunk. Number 6, and this relates to number 5. If you do decide to have a beverage out in public, at a party, with a meal, you actually are not allowed to drink and drive. So what you will want to do is make sure that you have a designated driver. Drinking and driving will not end well for you. TMZ will find you and your mugshot will be plastered all over the media outlets, even CNN at this point. Number 7, drugs are illegal. And by drugs, they also mean marijuana. Now, I understand that there are a number of professional sports teams in the state of California where the rules are slightly different from federal laws. However, the terms of your contract is pretty much the same. So, if you are an athlete and you play for any one of the baseball, basketball, or football teams in California, you too may not use marijuana. Stay off the weed. And while we're talking about drugs, Your contract probably strictly prohibits you from using drugs. You also cannot sell drugs. I get some people came from the underworld. Totally get it. No judgment there. But you sort of need to leave that world alone once you sign your big time contract, or your contract. It may not be big time, but your contract of any sort. So you may not sell, possess, or distribute any illegal substances. Sorry, don't do it. We act like we've forgotten about the guy who played for the Bears a few years ago who was arrested. He actually ended up snitching on everyone, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. Stay out of the drug game. You made it to your sport, right? You signed a decent contract. Invest and decide on new business plans. You no longer need to sort of rely on drug money. Just saying. Number 9. Leave the homies at home. I get that you want to take care of the people who supported you. You want to take care of your team. But if your homies are still with the shit, you actually don't need that type of energy around you. I mean, hell, look at Michael Vick. He wasn't even there, but he the one who went to jail for the dog fighting, because I believe it happened at his home. So let's think about that. The homies, leave them at home, because you can get in a screwed up situation and not even be around. Ask Michael Vick. He should be able to tell you. Shoplifting, number 10. The world would surmise that you've signed a decent enough contract. And so the need to take things without purchasing them from some sort of store is probably beyond our thoughts. If you are in the unfortunate event where you leave your wallet, credit card, or what have you, talk to the store manager. See what type of deal you can strike up. Hell, call your people. Have someone bring you money to purchase what it is you need. You're going to look like an idiot once the media outlet finds out that you were caught shoplifting. Like last season, like somebody from, I think maybe the Bears, got caught stealing draws. I'm sorry. Like, that ain't... You look crazy. You look crazy. The world is going to want to know, why are you stealing something? Stealing underwear is probably the most ridiculous thing that we've seen, but whatever it is, I'm sure you make enough money to purchase it. And if you don't make enough money to purchase it, then you probably don't need it. And that's for my mom. My mom always told me there's no reason to steal. If you don't have the money to buy it, then you don't need it. Just saying, a tip for you, you don't want to be on TMZ looking like an idiot because you've stolen something which you probably could afford. Now, you're not Aladdin. He stole bread to eat. I'm sure that you have plenty to eat. Y'all just crazy. Number 11. And I know sometimes we're in this Black Lives Matter movement, which is extremely important. Especially when black males are target practice. However, of any accident, car accident, or anything of that nature, never flee the scene. Don't leave. You know, if it's a car accident, stay there, handle it. Give whatever information that you have will be helpful. And sort of let it play out. There's no reason to get scared, unless you were doing probably any of the above, which you probably had no business doing. Just stay. Most of the time, car accidents, they work themselves out. So don't flee. Number 12. This is a good one because for some reason there have been a few athletes accused of this. And they always seem so shocked when the charges are filed, as if they, one, didn't know that it was a crime, or two, that they would ever be found out that they committed this crime. You may not commit murder. You may not kill people unless this is an act from the government, right? Like, the government can kill people. Like, if someone was handed down the death penalty, then right, that's illegal murder. Um, but you actually can't. So whether you're in a bitter lovers quarrel or if you're in the underworld, figure it out. If you are with your boo, your bae, whomever, and like you guys are so angry that you're like, I'm gonna kill them. Like, don't. Like, you actually can't kill them. I understand you're sad. I understand your feelings are hurt, but it's okay. Like, your feelings are funny. Like, your feelings will soon have a different emotion. So if you're angry at them, don't kill them. They cheated on you, don't kill them or the person they cheated on you with. Let it go, move on, find someone else, you'll be okay. If you're in the underworld, please see number 8, the distribution, selling of drugs. Yet leave that world because you actually can't kill people either. And not only are you killing them, you're also having this whole drug charges. Just let the whole underworld drug world go. And find other things to do with your time and or money. Number 13, no permit, no gun. Period. If you do not have a permit for guns, then do not possess guns. It's as simple as that. If you want, maybe you like to go to the gun range, right? Some people like that. Some people golf, other people go to the gun range. No one's frowning on you if you like guns. We're simply saying if you're going to have guns, then you need to obtain the appropriate permit for said desired guns. That's all. That's all you need. That's it. Now, number 14. This is a big one for a lot of you. Because for some reason, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, this next one, like number 14, is crazy. Because you guys go before the courts. Okay, let's back it up. First and foremost, y'all go out there and meet these girls who are like, look like they stepped off of the pages of the magazine every single day. I don't know any women who actually work for real and do stuff for real that actually can pull that off. Salute to those who can. A lot just don't, because there's too much going on in the world. So you get these girls that look like the models every day, and then you discover that they probably don't do much. And then those girls get smart and get pregnant because you have a contract. So then the relationship doesn't work out, and she takes you to court for child support. But then you get mad because you're like, oh, I don't have this money, or she didn't deserve this money. But buddy, or pal, if you'd have just used a condom, the chances of said woman getting pregnant would decrease. Condoms are not 100%. However, the chances, and unless not the condoms are being manipulated, of some sort, tampered with of some sort, then you are in a bigger issue. But let's be mindful. If you're not ready for kids, then you need to be responsible on your part to make sure that you're not doing anything to have kids, right? Like, okay, people want to fornicate and have sex. Fine. Oh, so be it. You can't assume that just because a woman says she's on birth control that she's actually on birth control. Like, I think this is the one part where I think guys are just stupid because, sorry guys, y'all just stupid when it comes to that. Like, protect your pocket. You don't need to be paying all of this child support. Like, why go through the baby mama drama when you don't have to? And then, on top of that, you don't want kids sprinkled out all over the country. And then when they grow up, they're mad at you and they hate you. Like, on the back end, do yourself a favor. You keep your own condoms and use them when you're having a sexual encounter with a woman who you're not married to or engaged to, or a woman that you're just not serious about. Sorry, we've seen this a million times. And honestly, on both ends, whether the man can give the child support or if the woman takes him to the bank for child support, I mean, we just don't have any sympathy because it takes two and everyone needs to be responsible for themselves. Sorry, no love here. And then, so number 15, right? This is just like one big old like clause. If all else fails, is 1 through 14, if for whatever reason you find yourself in one of these situations, consider all possible outcomes before acting, right? Think about it. If this is made public, what will happen? Will I be compromised? Will my contract be, at compromise in some sort? Will I be arrested? Will I have to deal with legal troubles? Think about all of possible outcomes. Like, yes, there's some positive things. Like, great, I had fun, I enjoyed it, great. However, let's think about those cons too. Let's think about those negative outcomes and see, is it worth it? I promise you, if for whatever reason 1 through 14 you can't get right, if 15 you give yourself an extra second, you'll determine what is the best decision for yourself. You can thank me later. You can thank me now. You can say that I'm completely off of it. It's up to you, but these are my tips to help you protect your pockets.